All right, we are going over a demo and to get some opinions on our new evaluation communication feature. The idea of this is that an evaluator can, select an incomplete reason, give some specific information to give to the educator, and once we move that service item into an administratively incomplete or a substantively incomplete state, the educator will be shown on their screen that there are issues. So we're going to start here just for context in certification systems educator management page. I'm looking at myself as my example here locally. I've got two applications here. One that I just started. I've literally gone to it and I've selected an evaluation. That's why it's in the administrative review phase now. And then I have this other one that has been worked on. It's in its substantive incomplete phase, and it's got an extra button here. And we'll get to that here in a second. But notice that there is an extra button because this one's already got some stuff going on. But for now, we're going to go into here. Very familiar with this. So first thing you're going to see is there's a new evaluation communications action button here. We have this notion of a portal preview. So what this is going to do is it's going to show you as an evaluator what the educator should be seeing right now for this particular service items evaluation process. Right. So if we click on that, we're just going to see that it's an ad cert. You kind of see what we see here, but this is their version. So they're just saying, it's still going. There's no problems there, and then they have the option to see all this. Okay. Not super helpful for us right now, but it will be in the future. But if you're curious on what they can see right now, that's what this is for. And we will get a new option here soon. But notice it's just this guy. There's no history option yet. So we've got some automation going on here. So I'm just gonna satisfy this one. We're gonna say that this one's good, and just for now, we're gonna mark this one as incomplete for a reason. Now you see a duplicated icon here because we're waiting basically to see what we want to do, and this is where we need help. So we have requirement details, and then I have one, this one's marked as modal. We have two different options to look at. So I'll open this one first. This is similar to what we have now. It's a little bit cleaner looking in our opinion, but what we can do is you can select one of these guys, and notice we have this option for a full preview here. We can show and hide that. So right now we just always show it to you. We decided it's cleaner to just hide that by default, and you can check on it. Notice here we have this. We have your evaluation details that you had the whole time, right? And this is just notes that's for yourself. So notes for the evaluator. This is not shared with an educator ever. And I have that. We've got that in here as this tooltip just to kind of remind you in case we forget. But it's not shared with the educator, and it stays. So even if we satisfy this, just like it does now, we expect it to stay. Then we have this details for educator communication. So the idea here is you're going to enter information that you want that educator to see. This does support Markdown. So here is some information for the educator to see. Okay, and what you'll do is you'll fill that out, and if you want to see what it's going to look like to them, you can click this button here, and we see this. Okay, now there's an option to upgrade this as well. Right now it's just showing you Markdown, but I'll come back to this, but we can adjust this preview a little bit to look like what's in the modal. But this is kind of option one. So when we say, what do you want to do? It's, do we want to have this expandable like we have it now, just cleaned up a little bit? Or, I'm going to cancel this, and I'm going to open here. And instead of it being in that expanded section, it's a modal. So it opens up, you're in a separate kind of workspace. You've got the title of that requirement, so you can see what you're actually working on. We get the same kind of previews here, but also notice we have a different kind of improved preview. So instead of just the little text, you see this whole little deal. And that's because this is what they're going to eventually see in the educator portal. Now you can click view details here, and it gives you a little bit more information on that requirement itself, as well as you see the incomplete reason here again. And then these are the notes that we were giving, as the evaluation team to the educators. This is what they see over there. So if we save that, okay, now we've saved our changes. If you come up here now, you're going to see we have this history, okay? So I'm going to go to portal preview first, and now you're going to see that we show that there's an outstanding issue, which is exactly what we just showed the evaluator as a preview, and it's exactly this. Now on their end, they actually have an ability to acknowledge this and to maybe upload a document depending on what it is. But they have a way to actually action upon this to say, hey, okay, I see this, we're good there, and do whatever they need to do. But we also have this history button now that there is history, we can click this and we see, okay, there are outstanding issues. What's the issue? Okay, here's the issue. It's an incomplete reason of this. These are the details we gave them. And then we also have this communication history where, if we make changes, we're going to see additional entries in here. So this is just what we had. This is the incomplete reason here. This is the notes from the evaluator. But these are persisted. So if we were to go back in and make some changes and say, here is an updated bit of detail. Great. Okay. And now if I go back to the communication, we see two entries here. The one that's on top is going to be what they're going to see. Okay, so they would see this. And here's this here. So our big question here moving forward is, do we want to go with a modal option where it pops up and you do your work in a modal and you save? Or do we do it in the expandable bits like this, similar to how we have it currently? And that's kind of what we're going after here. And let us know if you have questions. Thank you.